Waiguru to make her remarks. Karibu, madam.
Your Excellency, the Deputy President of the Republic of Kenya, Your Excellency, Rigathi Gachagua. I have a colleague who's trying to distract me. Excellency Governors, Cabinet Secretaries present, development partners, ladies and gentlemen, all protocols observed, good morning. I had a speech, Your Excellency, but you have seen that I've put it aside. I will just be very brief to just say what it is the counties are doing, and then make some recommendations on how maybe we can make a little bit more impactful this meeting, so that we can come up with a plan that can help both the national and county governments in dealing with this expected phenomena. I will not go into the background of the El Nino. We all know that we're expecting it to cause devastating effects to many of our communities. In response planning, Your Excellency, the county governments have been coordinating a response mechanism. We have developed a template. We have given it to all our county CECs. They have been populating it and setting up committees in preparedness for the El Nino. So far, by this morning, Your Excellency, 23 counties have submitted those reports, which include Isiolo, Lamu, Nandi, Nyamira, Kisumu, Marsabit, West Pokot, Mandera, Vihiga, Kakamega, Murang'a, Laikipia, Machakos, Bomet, Kiambu, Nakuru, Wajir, Homa Bay, Makwiny, Garissa, Busia, Kwale, and Kirinyaga. We are expecting the rest to still be coming because we had actually given them a deadline of this coming week. But now, with these meetings, we have asked them to make it a bit fast. In the plans that they have submitted, Your Excellency, they include urgent evacuation protocols for communities located in high-risk areas. Every county governor who's here have their own plans with the same. They have mapped out their hotspots. They have come up with plans for relocation. They have also made plans for immediate provision of essential life-sustaining resources, such as food, water, and shelter. They have proposed a swift and resilient restoration of critical infrastructure, how they will address that as counties, including improvement of soil and water management and conservation. And they have also looked at the issue of robust disease prevention and control mechanism. That has also been mentioned by the previous speakers. They have also put in measures, mechanisms to start clearing of drainages. I think this has already been ongoing in very many of the counties. They have also put in measurements for improvement of road infrastructure and crop storage management. The seamless synergy between the county governments and national governments and humanitarian organizations will therefore be a springboard for rapid and effective crisis response. Your Excellency, these counties have also done a quick estimation of the amount of resources that will be requiring to deal with this matter. And out of the 23 counties that we have, we already have an estimation of about 8 billion shillings. You can imagine by the time the others come, we'll probably be at 15 billion shillings that will be required to fund this El Nino preparedness and response activities. Your Excellency, alarmingly, we only, as county governments in our emergency funds, have only 1 billion shillings. So you can see this is a drop in the ocean compared to what it is. Your Excellency, the issue of resources is very important, and that's why I posed, just so that I can get your attention. We have estimated about, we have about 1 billion, 1.036701, thereabouts. And then we are expecting about a budget from the counties, if this El Nino goes the way it is, of about 15 billion shillings. And the essential resources are required for food supplies, water storage, stormwater management, medical supplies, fuel reserves, evacuations, etc. So, Your Excellency, as we conclude, as I conclude, I just would like to make a suggestion. One is we could start with maybe requesting the National Treasury to release the resources that are pending for the county governments to be able to put the emergency funds in place. I think we have a little of August money about for 4 counties, and then in September we have a lot of the counties, only about 6 or 7 have received their money for September, so about 35.24 billion. That would go a long way for them. Your Excellency, maybe let me make a suggestion where I think you can get the resources for this emergency fund. In the World Bank, there is money for emergency that is usually given to countries when you're facing a situation like this, and it does not require a very lengthy process. We have done it before, I think in 2018, and it's like a drawback insurance. So we don't have to wait until the disaster happens and then go and ask for the resources. The resources available to Kenya is about $250 million. And that translates to about 35 billion shillings. And it's given as an emergency drawback. All you would need, Your Excellency, is quick cabinet approval, a letter from the AG, and the National Treasury can draw the money even as soon as next week. So then maybe when you raise the resources from the public, you can always refund what you are able to the National Treasury Kitty. What you don't spend, the country can decide what to do. I thought to make that suggestion because many of us come and just say, these are the requirements. We have given our requirements would probably be about 15 billion, but instead of us waiting, Your Excellency, you may be able to draw that facility. It was done in 2018, and I think at the time in government, people like P.S. Singa were the ones coordinating the emergency and were supporting the emergency from the back end, so they can advise also on how the government can be able to reach out and get the resources. Your Excellency, also with my past experience, I think like for the cleaning of Nairobi River, and I whispered that to you even before it was mentioned, that you will probably be able to do very fairly easily with the National Youth Service. They have the machines, I believe many of them lying idle right now, and maybe then you can get the supplementary support from the Waziri Defense, because they actually sometimes get involved in engineering interventions. Your Excellency, these budgets that we have put may look very high, but if I could just give you an example of one of the interventions that is required in Kirinyaga. Between Ragati River and Sagana River, where they meet, we have already been warned that the river will burst its banks and probably flood all the way to the highway and probably even submerge our new industrial park. We've called the national government people from the Ministry of Water, CSO Alice Wahome's team, and they've come and made an assessment that for us to build a dike would cost about 250 million shillings. For us, we've already started moving people. We have moved about 50 households already, trying to relocate them in temporary structures up in some hilly area. But that is, first of all, extremely inconveniencing if you consider somebody who's living in a stone house and you're going to tell them to live in a temporary structure in central Kenya at this point. And then we expect that other countries that are next to rivers, in major rivers, Makwiny, Taita, Machakos, the ones that have been mentioned, will probably have the same kind of level of intervention. If you go to the energy sector, the disruption with maybe falling of the wire lines and all, you will need a lot of substantial resources to give to those ministries and departments. And so, Your Excellency, I would recommend that you consider maybe put a proposal forward and consider the drawing of that insurance of 250 million shillings that is provided for this kind of events. Thank you, Your Excellency. I almost forgot, Your Excellency. It is now my honor to invite you to make your remarks and also guide us on the way forward on this issue. Welcome, Your Excellency.